set to bring to you a very interesting conversation between two leaders who are here to share more about what's happening in the industry, what are the various trends, the challenges and the solutions that one can look forward to. So let me extend a very warm welcome to Mr. Animesh Sharma, Chief Technology Officer, Indify. And let me also present to you Mr. Vikram Mulye, Director, Product Marketing, SMB India and South Asia, Lenovo India. Welcome, gentlemen. Pleasure to have you here.
Thank you. Nice to be here. Thanks, Isha, for the warm welcome.
Thanks, Isha. Well, I'd like to begin by asking Mr. Animesh Sharma, what are the top IT challenges that you foresee in the next couple of years?
So with the whole pandemic thing, there's definitely an increase in terms of the technology adoption in place. And many new industries have started moving on the technology front and have started leveraging the same. With that, tons of problems have started coming. One is from the data security perspective. Right? There has been an example in last 1.5 years that pizza player or a wallet, their data got compromised. So I do see the data security definitely will going. It used to be at a passive. It was not ever proactive, but now it has come in on the front side. Now people have started seeing, okay, yes, scale is required. Yes, business is required. Yes, revenue makes sense. But at the same time, you also need to ensure that the data security and all the customer PII information, those are secured and safe, and those cannot be leaked.
Right, absolutely. And there are various challenges and concerns that one sees on the roadmap of this journey. And here I'd like to ask Mr. Vikram Mulye, sir, what are the various challenges that you foresee, especially in the next 1 or 2 years?
Pretty relevant question, I think, in today's scenario. And as Mr. Animesh mentioned, I think pandemic sort of sets in the perfect context for this question, because if I look at pre-March 2020 and now, I think there's a big difference in the way our customers and most of CTOs are looking at IT deployment, as well as the way we are deploying. I think a few things which Mr. Animesh said, I would like to echo those. But before that, one is in terms of pure hardware deployment itself, we are seeing rapid changes there. We are seeing a much higher adoption for a hybrid environment, and hence leading to more demand for devices like laptops and tablets versus desktops. I think the desktop demand does stay in some segments, but a lot of new age organizations like Indify, for example, are ones which are showing much more higher adoption on laptops. So that's from a hardware perspective. The other thing is connectivity obviously becomes a challenge. I think those of us who have employees based in metros, I think it's still better. But the moment you go to tier 2, tier 3 towns, I think that's another challenge, where how do you work with the bandwidths available and also take care of network security. I think that's the second piece. And the third is obviously from a device perspective. I think security was one brilliant point which Mr. Animesh said. I fully echo that. So security obviously is a concern, because earlier the device itself were in a protected enclosed space, which is the office. Now that's going out. So how do you secure data? That's clearly critical. The other is also how do you manage devices? So mobile device management, for example, and the entire device management. That's another interesting trend, which is what we are seeing coming up.
Absolutely. And, both of you have sort of shared all these pointers, and I'm sure that our viewers today agree. But thankfully, we today have processes and tools that are handling all these risks and strategies that are really working on providing solutions to these various challenges that one is foreseeing, especially now in this hybrid world. Thank you so very much. It's been a delight having the two of you on our show, and I'd like to thank both of you for sharing your views with us. Thank you so very much, Mr. Animesh Sharma and Ms. Vikram Mulye.